What's going on, everybody? This is the blockchain backer bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. And today we have a red day over here in the cryptocurrency market with Bitcoin down $2,700, the rest of the market going with it. We haven't set new lows compared to where we were at just a day or two ago, but obviously there's been a sharp sell off over here in the crypto market. But if you're unfamiliar with what's been going on today, at least in the news narrative world, it's that China has banned Bitcoin and cryptocurrency once again. And when that news was released, of course, we saw the timed kind of sell off occur at the exact same time. This is something that we've had happen in the cryptocurrency market many times, and it's being here since mid early 2017. I remember the big sell-off that came with the market in September of 2017. Here we are, September of 2021, when China banned Bitcoin back in 2017 in September. And this is just something that we've seen many, many times in this market. But as is typical, it does send retail investors into a frenzy and the market tends to kind of respond. The big question always for me, like I always look at whenever this news gets released because they banned Bitcoin mining, right? They banned it right back over in here, that they always kind of like time whenever these things have happened. And they also did that in 2017 as well. We were actually just talking about these corrections here for the past week over here on Bitcoin back in 2017. And right in here is where China banned Bitcoin. Of course, market recovered, market went on, but essentially Bitcoin was in an ABC correction, and in the C leg, China came out and banned Bitcoin once again. That, of course, did not phase what Bitcoin ended up doing. But this was the major 2017 China bans Bitcoin. As Tony from over here on the Thinking Crypto YouTube channel states, they did this back in 2017. And it's true. Like if you're in crypto and you've been in here for several years, this is like the norm. It's one of the like just like how there's always the tether FUD that always happens. One of the things that always happens is China bans Bitcoin. It's the most bizarre thing in the world. Now, of course, we've only had this news out for a couple of hours, so what do the complications of all this mean? I don't really know right now. It's too early to tell if it actually means anything or not. But the things that I look at for the price charts are to see that, hey, the support level has still been holding, total market cap, no new low, and the on-chain analysts for Bitcoin are saying everything is still looking dandy with hodlers still building their stacks, and it doesn't look similar to what we've seen when tops of markets have come in. So, volatile day for sure. Wild news all over the place. Happens right before the markets open on a Friday. If you're recognizing a pattern here, I sure am, and it sure seems to be that China is all over the news right now for any type of news narratives right now when it comes to financial markets, whether it's Bitcoin and crypto or whether or not it's Evergrande, or if it's, the real estate bubble probably having a problem over there in China, if it's going to spill over into their banking sector. It's just all China all the time right now for some reason in the narratives and in the stories that are going on with financial markets. And for me personally, I have to just like turn that off. There is a lot of noise coming from China right now, but it doesn't change what I see happening over here in the cryptocurrency market. Just that China seems to be timing everything they're doing perfectly. What's the thing that we've talked about way too many times on this channel in the last several months and for over a year at this point is for the total market cap right here. You've got the rally prior to capitulating going on to hit a 4.236 extension and pinpoint nailing it. And then China bans Bitcoin mining, right? And the reason why that's funny is because in 2017, we saw similar things happen on several different charts. Here's the XRP price chart. Here's the rally prior to Bitcoin capitulating at the end of the bear market in 2014. And then XRP goes on to pinpoint nail a 4.236 extension. The exact same thing happened for Litecoin with the rally prior to the capitulation at the end of 2014, early 2015. And then Litecoin also goes on to pinpoint nail a 4.236 extension right here. And this is the exact moment here in 2021 on the total market cap where China banned Bitcoin mining. And what you can see over here, Yassine Elmandra, which is an analyst over there for ARK Invest with Kathy Wood, tweeted over here on June 21st, again retweeting it again today. A reminder that China's crackdown on Bitcoin has been happening for years, identical narratives, identical headlines, identical FUD. And we can see it all the exact same stuff, like this article, more than 7 years old. Chinese Bitcoin exchange closes deposits after central bank clampdown. Bitcoin price falls again on reports that China is shutting down local exchanges. China bans banks from handling Bitcoin. Beijing bans Bitcoin. But when did it all go wrong? From 2018, 2017, 2019, 2013. But it seems to have the same effect every single time they do it. And I doubt that it's actually that it's having an effect on the market, but more so that they time it to occur when they want it to occur. But total altcoin market cap still holding the same price level, seeing same prices that we saw yesterday over here, holding above the 50% level and really just ranging still. Even though volatile as can possibly be, still just ranging. And like I mentioned yesterday, are we finally getting this moment now? Because that's what you usually see when bottoms do come in. And as we head into the weekend, I'm still just going to be looking at the same things that I've been looking at, that this is an ABC correction. We know that it retraced precisely back to the 702 retracement to have the B leg. So right in here, we see that we retraced back to 702, then went on to have our C leg in here. So A, B, C. One thing that we do know, at least over here on TradingView, is that if you're going to have a zigzag correction, a zigzag means that wave A will be equivalent to wave C, and we do know that at this point right now, it's not quite exactly the same, right? Still comes a little bit deeper right down there to about 1 trillion. We looked over there on the total altcoin market cap on CoinTrader Pro, and we saw that it did reach down that deep, but over here on TradingView, we haven't reached down that deep. So 1 trillion, or maybe potentially as low as 980 billion, still gets us into that price range, still ranging further. Those are the things that I deem as potentially possible, but for the most part, I'm not really worried about what's going on over here. We'd have to have some type of like major breakdown for me to start finally feeling like that. you know? But otherwise, it's just massive volatility with huge news narratives, right? Like, I mean, if you really think about all you're doing is reading an article online. You have no idea if it means anything or has any impact whatsoever. But we put so much weight on it, like, oh my gosh, is it this big deal that China is cracking down on Bitcoin? I mean, they've only been doing it every year since 2012. I mean, is this the end? In the end, I just stick with this, and it's just going to require patience on my part to see how the market plays out. And so we'll see what the weekend brings, and if anything crazy happens throughout the weekend, I'll check back in with you guys. But otherwise, it's still just holding the prices that it's held for the last couple of days. So if you've been following the channel throughout the week, you understand where we're at. I don't think there's any point in me really repeating everything all over again. But we're down to the interesting price levels, looking for these levels to hold. Is China trying to shake people out on the price levels, or is it trying to break them down? And as we head into the weekend, we'll kind of see what happens with the markets. And if anything drastic happens, I'll check in with you guys. But the total altcoin market cap still sits above $1 trillion. So it's just a waiting game at this point to see us go back and take out the top of wave B, which is about 1.31 trillion. And until then, I'm just going to have to be patient and wait. And on that note, we'll keep it short and we'll keep it sweet. Things are still looking okay. Altcoin market above $1 trillion. Lots of crazy news out there, but none of the charts have fundamentally or technically broken at this point. Just a lot of noise out there. And so we'll keep an eye on it throughout the weekend. If anything crazy happens, I'll check in with you guys. I took Wednesday off to free myself up for the weekend. Feeling fresh. It's a Friday. Still feel great. I'm ready to go for the weekend if need be. But if we just sit here and we range and we hold above, $1 trillion on the total altcoin market cap, it may not be necessary. If we're just sitting there holding $1 trillion and at the same time we don't break above 1.31 and we're just ranging between 1 trillion and 1.31 trillion, that's just a range. It's just what we're waiting on, and we're waiting for one of those key levels to get taken out. So anything happening between $1 trillion and between 1.31 trillion is a bunch of noise. But all right, guys, that'll be it. That'll wrap it up. Short and sweet. I hope that you guys are doing great. I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic weekend. If you're looking for something to do throughout the weekend, of course, you can check out my website over here. And this is bcbacker.com, which is a course that I put together where I deep dive into the previous Bitcoin bull runs and the different altcoin seasons, tying them all together to show the extensions and how far the bull runs have run and when the rotations have happened within the markets. I talk about my personal exit plans in here, and I teach you how to set up your own charts and your own indicators within TradingView and CoinTrader Pro. Talk a lot about mathematics and percentages in here, why those are important to me, why I focus on those things. And I do have my most recent market update in here on August 31st. This content is available to anybody enrolled in the course and anybody who newly enrolls. And you can check out all of this educational content over here on bcbacker.com. You can follow me over here on Twitter at bcbacker. And I want to thank you so much for watching my channel. If you could, please like this video and give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you could be notified of when I create new content and when I go live. As always, this is not investment advice and I am not a financial advisor, but if you ever need a pick-me-up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.